So welcome you all once again on the day two, where we'll discuss about the pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So as I said earlier, I know I'm not authorized or not capable to describe about this pastime of Lord Jagannath, but still we'll try to hear about him. And was saying yesterday that uh, I'm really so grateful to the whole society of ISKCON, to Srila Prabhupada, to my Guru Maharaj, to all the devotees that actually they are bringing this out to all of us, that we could know who Supreme Personality of Godhead is, and now the glorious Lord Jagannath. So I said earlier, he is Jagannath, he is the Nath, he is the Lord of universe, right? So having said that, let's start our prayers to Lord Jagannath. Pray to him that he should come in our heart as well, right? नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः जगदानंद कंदाय प्रणहर्तहराय च नीलाचल निवासाय जगन्नाथाय ते नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So, welcome you all once again. So, yesterday we have been discussing about the appearance of Lord Jagannath and how he appeared. So, though we are in the middle of that, and we discussed about the four boons, the four ways, the need of Lord Jagannath appearance. Like he wanted to please or fulfill the desire of Narada Muni. We discussed that past time, and also he pleased to Lord Brahma. So that's basically it's an elaborate one, and we discussed how Lord Brahma was actually thinking that I'm creating this mortal, but it's again going to be dukkhalema sashwatam. It will be all, you know, miseries. But how people can get liberated, how people can get blissfulness. And Lord Krishna said, okay, no problem. I will reside there in Nilachala Kshetra. By seeing people to me there, they will get blissfulness, they will get liberated. And also we discussed the third point, like about pleasing Mother Parvati. So we discussed about this, how Narad Muni once had got the Mahaprasad, and then he was in ecstasy dancing everywhere, and then he went to Kailash, and then Lord Shiva took one grain and he went into ecstasy. And then Mother Parvati, she became angry to Lord Shiva, said, how could you forget me? You could have given me tea as well. And then Vishnu comes there and says, okay, I'll 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 fulfill your desire as well. And remember that Mother Parvati told that I want your Mahaprasad for everyone, all my children's. And it's been described that, oh, Vishnu told, okay, no problem, I'll give you as well, and to Ganesha and Kartikeya as well. But Mother Parvati said, no, to all my children's, mean all the living entities, right? So that's how Jagannath is so merciful that he is giving us this Mahaprasad for everyone, right? So, and then the fourth point we are discussing about the prayers of Indraduna Maharaj, and we have reached till how he actually his Brahmana Vidyapati actually found uh, he has seen Nilamadhav there, and then he came back and narrated to Indraduna Maharaj that yes, I've seen Nilamadhav, and then uh, Indraduna Maharaj with all his servants and armies, they actually marched toward that. So we'll continue from here today again. So as Indraduna Maharaj actually he went into searching over there, and Narad Muni was actually helping them. That so both Narad Muni and Indraduna Maharaj, they actually reached Bhubaneswar. And even before that, this king of Utkala, and he said that Nila Madhav actually disappeared. But Indra Maharaj, he could not believe it. And Narad Muni said, okay, no problem, let's go and find it out over there. Let's reach Nilachala as well. Let's go there. And then when they entered, they actually reached first to Bhubaneswar. This basically there's a Mahatma is given of Bhubaneswar as well, but we'll go in a very brief way that in Bhubaneswar, it's called as also called as Dhamarakshak. There Lord Shiva resides, and Lord Shiva resides there as in the form of Lord Lingaraj, and he used to become the Dhamarakshak. We have discussed earlier as well about Dhamaraksha. Lord Shiva, wherever there is Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva comes there, and he used to protect the Dhama. So there is again a pastime why he got the service of being a Dhamaraksha, but we'll discuss this maybe sometime other day. So Lord Shiva as being Dhamarakshak, and he is Gopeshwar Mahadev, and here basically he becomes Lingaraj Mahadev. So there, Narada Muni and Indradu Maharaj, they met Lord Shiva, and they pray to them, they pay their obeisances, and Indradu Maharaj actually he wished that I want to see Nilamadhav. So please tell me, please show me the path how I can get him. How can I see him? And it's been described that there Lord Shiva said, yes, definitely you will see it because you are a great Vaishnava, you are a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. So Krishna will fulfill your desire. However, he showed him a path that you'll go there and you'll find a Lord Nrsimhadev deities and worship him and do 1,000 yash Ashwamedha Yajna. And after that, you will be able to see uh, Lord Jagannath. Or no, in fact, he says you can see Lord Nil Madhava. So as is being said by or advised by Lord Shiva, Indradu Maharaj went and he found Lord Nrsimhadev, and there he the worshipping started, and all the Brahmanas came and they started doing Ashwamedha Yajnas, and they actually did thousands of Ashwamedha Yajna over there as by instructions, by advice of even Narad Muni. They performed all this. So after that, what happened? And it was described that in near the second last of Ashwamedha Yajna, the hairs of Lord Vishnu actually fell down, and it becomes huge logs of wood, right? And then Narad Muni, after finishing of the thousands Ashwamedha Yajna, and the people they could see that they could smell some great aroma coming from the ocean, and then Narad Muni actually took Indra Maharaj over there, and also in many places being described as the logs of wood they could not pull it out. However, they called to Vishwavashu and Lalita. They actually helped them to bring out the logs of the wood. And then even in there's a woman comes, and there's been described that old hunchback person or no carpenter will come and he'll craft the Lord. And in many sometimes it's been described as he said, okay, I'll need 21 days, I need just a closed room, and put the log of wood there, I'll craft it. And sometimes it described that he asked for 15 days. So what happened? None the other. So he said that within 15 days you should not open this door. I will go inside there, and I'll remain there inside only. I won't come out. And though it's 15 days has passed, and nothing, no, the even that the carpenter didn't come out as well. So by the advice of Gundicha, she is actually the queen uh, of wife of Indra Maharaj. She said that we should open it now. And when they opened the door, they could the is basically Vishwakarma. And in some places been described as even Lord Jagannatha, he came in the form of Vishwakarma to craft these wooden deities. So when the king and others they went inside and this old man, hunchback man, he actually disappeared. Vishwakarma disappeared from there, as he promised that if you open the door, I'll disappear. I'll keep as it is. And by seeing that form, Indraduna Maharaj, he became very shy. He said, "Oh, what a blunder I did! It looks like half crafted. I don't see any hand. I don't see any leg, and there's big eyes. So like that." But Narada Muni, he actually said to him that, "Do not worry. This is the wonderful form of Lord Krishna." Right. And also we discussed about how this form has come up earlier. We discussed yesterday about that Mother Rohini, actually she was describing the pastime of Lord Krishna to all these 10,108 queens, right? And sorry, 16,108 queens. So Mother Rohini was describing this, and Lord Krishna, Balram, and Mother Yashoda, Lord Krishna, Balram, and Subhadra Devi. So these three, they were actually listening the pastime from the outside of the door, and they all went into ecstasy of Mahabhava. So the limbs went inside the body, and the eyes became big, large, and no eyelids, and kind of that. And Narada Muni could see it. And then he desired that, "Oh Krishna, please be merciful to all the people of this world. Please give darshan in your wonderful Daru Brahma form, in this form." So that's how Krishna, Jagannath, came in this form. And then once the deity is being corrupted, and also is being then Oman comes again. He says, you should paint this deity and start worshipping over there. And then it's being described that Narada Muni is told to Indra Maharaj that you should make a huge temple, and meanwhile I'll go and call Brahma to start the worship or pranapatishtha, or initiation ceremony of Lord Jagannath. And then Indra Maharaj says, "Okay, if you are going to Brahma Loka, let me come as well." So the both Indra Maharaj as well as Narad Muni, they went to Brahma Loka, and Lord Brahma was actually doing something. So these both has to wait some time. And as they waited, so many yugas has passed uh, in this earthly planet, you know so then they put the desire that, yes, we need to go and worship Lord Jagannath. We need to do the pranapatishtha and start worshipping of Lord Jagannath. And Lord Brahma with Narad Muni and Maharaj, they came back. However, so many ages has passed away. So this temple actually been, came under all the saints. And it's been described that at the time there was a king called as Galamadhava. So at that Galamadhava, he was actually going through his horse, and the tip of the temple, which is actually under the all saints, it got hurt, and he fell down from there. So once he fell down, he wanted to know what it was, and then they opened it. They could see a huge temple, and then he claimed that, "I created it, I made it." In the meanwhile, Indraduna Maharaj and Narada Muni and Lord Brahma, they came there. And then the Maharaj said, "No, this temple was made by me only." But somehow or other he was not agreeing, and Galamadhav, he asked for the proof. And it's being described that there was a Kagabhushandi, who used to always recite the name of Lord Rama. He was present there while Maharaj was making this temple. So he gave the proof that, yes, it's being made by Indra Maharaj, as well as Lord Brahma agreed to Kagabhushandi. And in isn't it the deities are being crafted nearby. It's also called a Chakratirtha in Puri. So there Lord Brahma actually went, and they did some first arati. And also it's been described that for the first time, Lord Brahma, he ordered to create three chariots. And in these three chariots, Lord are being placed, and they brought back to the temple, and the worship started. So in this Kali Yuga, uh, it's nearly 2000 years, the all this temple is there. And we are worshipping Lord Jagannath in that way. So that's how Lord Jagannath appeared in this Kali Yuga. And as we discussed earlier yesterday as well, that first half of Lord Brahma, the 50 years of Lord Brahma, Krishna, he resides there as Nila Madhav. So that place is Purushottam Kshetra, and in that there is a Nilashal, Nila temple, and in that the cave is called as Nila Kandhara cave, and inside that Lord resides as Nila Madhav, right? And there, and the second half of Lord Brahma, that is the last 50 years, Lord resides at Jagannath, Baladeva, Subhadra, and Dasan. So that's how Lord Jagannath comes. He gives his darshan to all of us, basically all the people of the universe. And now we'll discuss a bit about the essence of Rath Yatra, right? So this is the one page we have covered as of now. And the essence of Rath Yatra, what happens is, there's again a very nice and elaborate pastimes being described, but we'll try to go as much as we can. So essence of Rath Yatra is very, very important to all of us. Why the Ratha is being pulled and what the significance, why Lord Balram is in the front, why in the middle Mother Subhadra Devi, and on the end Lord Jagannath. I'll try to recite this pastimes, as per my capability. So what happens? We know very well that Lord Krishna was there in Vrindavan. He did all the pastimes. These people they all are villagers. However, they had intense love for Lord Krishna. It's being said that when when these coward boys, they used to understand that okay, he is Krishna, so they used to say, what the big deal, but he's our friend. So that the mood of this Brajavas is that they took Krishna as their friend, as their husband, as a son. In that way they used to love Lord Krishna, right? That is the topmost love, madhurya, right? So that's how this gopis, the Mother Yashoda, the Nand Maharaj, the Gopagan, and even the cows, even the all the animals, the trees, the birds, they used to have a great intense love for Lord Krishna and Vrindavan. However, Narad Muni, he comes and says to Lord Krishna that how long you are going to play here? You have some other duty as well. Do not forget it, right? And so after killing Keshi demon, that was last pastime Krishna killed Keshi demon, and then we see how the pastime changes. Krishna goes from Vrindavan to Mathura. That's the next step. And in Mathura, Krishna did pastimes like killing of Kansha and other demons. And Krishna thought, this Vrindavan people, they are kind of very, very, villagers, and they are very soft-hearted. But the kings who are opponent of, Kansha and others, they are very cruel, and they have, so many army, and there are so many political things are there. They might disturb Vrindavan people if I go back. So Krishna resided there only. And then Mother Devaki and Nanda Maharaj, they said, no, you should go and learn about these arts of everything. And they say, so he went to Shandapani Muni's ashram and studied all these arts in 64 days completely. And after that, we see how Lord Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura, and from Mathura he went to Dwarika. So in Dwarika, Krishna has become all opulent. He has 16,108 wives and completely opulent. If you see all contrast, like in Dwarika, Krishna is completely opulent. He's king there, but in Vrindavana, he's just roaming without just barefooted, no slippers, and just he's going anywhere, jumping on the tree. The Gopagana, they are climbing on his soldiers, someone is massaging his feet, and someone exchanging the food from their mouths, and all the pastimes over there, right? And he's going to Vrindavan with the cow and with the sticks. But Dwarika, he's completely opulent. He's king over there, all ornaments and all helmets and all bracelets, everything over there, right? So once what happened? In fact, every time it used to happen that in the night Krishna used to weep and used to cry and used to remember, sometimes to Radharani, sometimes to Gopis, sometimes to Gopagana, sometimes to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. And once it happened like he was completely fainted. Krishna, by remembering them, he fainted. And Lord Balram and Akrura, they could not find what to do now. And Narada Muni appeared there. And he says, I have a medicine for Krishna now. So if I sing, Krishna will again wake up very soon. So so his faint will go away. However, the Balram and Akrura, they says, if you do this, there was a risk that Krishna would go away from Dwarika to Vrindavan and might not come back again. So they thought what to do now. And in that case, if Narada Muni sings that bhajan and Krishna goes there, he could go and he could see that everyone actually is being described that the Vrindavan Vasis, they were actually completely like they were living like a dead people, like in the intense separation of Lord Sri Krishna over there. So even they could not die as well. Even said that they don't want to die because they has a desire that if Krishna comes and hear that we have left our body, he will become sad, he will become mad. So that's why they were just living there in a intent that Krishna will come one day, right? So that's how Lord Krishna became fainted, and Narada Muni and Akrura and Balram, they thought that let's decide, let's think someone, let's decide someone who should go and tell in the Vrindavan that Krishna is about to come. So they get prepared to welcome Lord Sri Krishna. But Akrura said, I won't go because already I have gone earlier and I've taken out, uh, brought back Krishna from them. So I don't have any, I can't go there. And then even Lord Balrama says that I can't go because uh, sometimes I went there and even I said I'll bring back Krishna, but I could not do that. So at the end, uh, Shubhadra Devi, she said, okay, let me go. And let me go and inform the Brajavasi that Krishna is coming. Because definitely when Narad Muni is going to sing, Krishna was going to go there. So Subhadra Devi says, okay, I'll go. And as Subhadra Devi ready that I will go, then Lord Balram says, okay, let me accompany you as well. So that's how all these Dwarika Vasis, they actually prepared the chariot of Krishna as well. That once Krishna get us from his fainting way, he will ride on the chariot and then we'll take him to Vrindavan. So the first chariot, Lord Balram, he started towards Vrindavan. In the second, Shubhadra Devi, she sat on the chariot and she started towards Vrindavan. And at the time, everything as Subhadra Devi and Lord Balram are ready to go, then now Narada Muni sings a bhajan. He says, Narada Muni Vajaye Vina Radhika Ramana Nare. He says, Radhe, 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 Radhe. As he started singing about the name of Radhe, Radhe, Krishna wakes and he was completely in mad. He could not, it's like he's walking like drunken, but still he was completely in ecstasy love for Brajavasis. He has forgotten everything, right? So this actually comes in a sense over there. You must have seen the video of Pahandi, right? How this panda in Jagannath Puri, they used to take out Lord Jagannath from temple to the Ratha by moving him like as a Krishna is swinging. So I was hearing a lecture and it's been described that they actually do not do this. In fact, they used to try to restrict Krishna not to overdo because he is completely in mad and he is just walking like here and there like this. So all the pandas, they're actually controlling Krishna to be in a right state, right? So that's the mood of Pahandi. So as Narada Muni saying this bhajan, Lord Krishna awakes and everyone, they somehow that they put Krishna into the chariot, and then the chariot of these three, Lord Baladev, Subhadra Devi, and Lord Jagannath. So that's our first Lord Balram in the middle, Mother Subhadra Devi, and on the third or the last Lord Jagannath, Lord Krishna. These three are being pulled. So they are being pulled from from Dwarika to Vrindavan. So that is the first mode of pulling the Rath Yatra. It means that as anyone who's pulling the Rath Yatra, they have this mood that we are actually taking Krishna to Vrindavan from Dwarika. So even in Puri, if you see the Gundicha Mandir, that's being called as as Vrindavana, and Jagannath Puri is Dwarika, Krishna's opulent, and he was to go to Gundicha Devi. So if you see, and I think I missed one point. So the day when Indradura Maharaj got these logs of wood, and that day is the appearance of Lord Jagannath, and that day is called as Snan Yatra. So just 14 days before of Rath Yatra, Lord Jagannath is being bathed by hundreds and hundreds of pots of water, and is being many times being said that Krishna becomes sick, or Balram and Jagannath and Subhadra, they become sick. They get fever and they get sick for 14 days. However, I was reading from a book by Gaur Govind Maharaj, and he says Lord Jagannath never becomes sick. So the mood is that in a Snana Vedi, so from Snana Vedi, actually he could see, that's in Dwarika, and he could see Gundicha Mandir, that's Vrindavan. So that intense separation from Radharani, from the Brajavasis, is become so intense that it looks like Krishna is having fever, but he doesn't get sick. The mood is that he becomes so much intense, separate from the intense feeling of separation from the Brajavasis. And also it's been described that in these 14 days, Krishna gets repented. Krishna, Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, they got repented before coming to Rath Yatra. Right. So where we were that Lord Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, they were pulled in the chariot, in three different chariots, from Dwarika to Vrindavan. So what mood you can understand is, the more we can understand that we try to pull Krishna to take him, because he is in intense separation from Dwarika Vasis, we pull him towards them. And also the mood should be that we should try to pull chariot so much, that with so much love and intent, that Krishna, Jagannath, he should come in our heart. Right, let's try to make our heart as Vrindavan, so that Krishna comes and resides there. And we have discussed many times earlier that Krishna resides in Dham, and by cleaning our heart, by purifying our heart, by chanting the his Jagannath name, Lord Krishna's name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can actually purify our heart. And once we purify, we that heart, purified heart, Krishna can come and reside there. So that is should be the real mood of pulling chariot of Lord Jagannath. And even it is described very nicely that anyone who even sees Lord Jagannath on chariot, or pulls the rope, he never takes birth again in this metal world. We'll discuss the few of those Mahatmaya tomorrow, about the Mahatmaya of Jagannath Puri, about the Mahatmaya of Rath Yatra. It's been described in Skanda Purana, in Utkal Khanda. So we'll try to get some of those points over there. Right. So this is the essence or mood of Rath Yatra, that how or the process by which actually we can invite Krishna. We can invite Krishna to our own heart by pulling the chariot, so that, and we can pray to Lord Jagannath, please come and reside in our heart. Right. So that's the essence of Rath Yatra, a bit in a very very nutshell, however. And the most important thing is, I would like to say again, uh, for our beloved Lord beloved Srila Prabhupada. So his divine grace, Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, by his causeless mercy, Lord Jagannath, who is not the Lord of Odisha, who is not only the Lord of Puri, he is not only the Lord of India, but he is actually Lord of all world, for even all the universe. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we could see we could see Rath Yatra happening across the world, even in so many countries, in almost every country you can see Rath Yatra is happening. I think in 2017 or 16, sometime 16 or 17, 16 I guess, we had our first Rath Yatra in Glasgow. I think it was 17. And in many time we have used to have Rath Yatra in Edinburgh. Also we have Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra Devi in our Edinburgh temple, and they also used to have Rath Yatra from I think last 4 to 5 years continuously, if I'm not wrong. But because of COVID, it's not happening now. And again, uh, so what? How this Rath Yatra started in ISKCON? We'll just discuss in a couple of minutes, right? So it's the happening in San Francisco, while Prabhupada was there, and the devotees they were serving. Once Malati Mataji is being said that Malati Mataji, she was actually uh, roaming around and she could see a small shop, and there are so many dolls over there. And she happened that she could find a doll, and in the back of the doll it was written made in India. So as Srila Prabhupada is from India, so she became very happy that okay, let me take this doll and I'll gift it to or show it to Prabhupada. And then Malti Mataji is actually she took Jagannath, right? She left Baladev and Subhadra because she didn't knew about it. So she took Jagannath, a small 3-inch deity that she took as a doll, and they put on the shelf over there, and she went to kitchen for cooking prasadam. Then even I think Shyam Sundar Prabhu was there, and then Shyam Sundar Prabhu showed it to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, see this doll is looks amazing, isn't it? Prabhupada, by looking at Jagannath, he didn't speak anything. He just lay down on the floor. He says, Dandavat Pranam to Lord Jagannath. And then he got up. He says, wow, he is the Lord of universe. He is Lord Jagannath. From where did you get it? And they say this Malti Mataji got, Then Malti Mataji was being called at very moment. And Lord, Srila Prabhupada asked that, did you see something more like this? Yes, he said, yes, yes, there are hundreds of other dolls. He said, no, 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 like this, like this. Did you see something in white and yellow color? She said, yes, they were there. And then uh, she was asked to go to the shop back again and bring those two. So then the first time, Lord Jagannath and Baldeva Subhadra was there in front of Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada could see that this is the, how Krishna reciprocates. And then he asked the devotees that can you replicate this make a huge one in that. And then Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he took a wood and crafted in a very nice way. He took measurement, and by his ratio of measurement he actually made a big deities in that fashion of Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra Devi. So after it happened, and they installed the deities in the altar, and then they didn't know how to do arti and other things. And Prabhupada says, okay, no worries. Take the candle and then take around them in the candle. So they didn't know what they are doing, but still, as Prabhupada is saying, they were doing. And then Prabhupada taught them this is called as arti and then the other things. So one day, what happened after that? One day they all went to Sankirtan, and they took Jagannath with them and in the park. And Jagannath was sitting on the park and they were doing Kirtan. Prabhupada came there. Prabhupada says, oh no, we should not do like this. The deity should not come out. And then Prabhupada thought maybe Jagannath will say something else, right? And then Prabhupada explained them about how can we uh, do Rath Yatra and what is Rath Yatra. So they after some time, I think it's 1967. Sorry if I'm wrong. In that time, uh, I think yeah, maybe near by that, and they took out the first Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, Baldeva Subhadra in ISKCON. And after that, uh, we see all across the world, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we celebrate Rath Yatra across the whole world, right? So that's a very, very significance of Lord Jagannath. And Srila Prabhupada is actually prominent Acharya in this Kali Yuga, and who could make this happen, that Lord Jagannath is taken out across the whole world. Everyone can see it. And he made the word Jagannath as his real name. He could make this word more proficient by taking Rath Yatra across whole world. And people are worshipping Lord Jagannath across whole world, right? So that's how I would like to stop here today, and we'll continue more from tomorrow. Maybe we'll try to discuss about these three rathas and how they are being made, and many other things are there. We'll try to discuss as much as possible. So thank you very much, everyone. Any questions, any thought, any realizations, please do comment and let me know. Okay. So looks like everything is all okay. Hope I was not very fast.
It was absolutely delightful, Prabhu. It was absolutely fantastic the way you narrated.
I'll share some videos if you want to hear some more and more in detail. Those are lectures, are hours and hours of that. And I'm just briefing very condensed way, very as brief I could do. So again, the pastimes of Lord Jagannath is being described as the whole ocean, right? We are just hearing some drops of that nectar. So I pray, actually I wish and I pray to Lord Jagannath that let he shower his gorgeous mercy to all of us, that we cleanses our heart by chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and he resides in our heart. And one more point I remember now, that one Mataji was saying that when we pull the ratha, we say to Lord Jagannath that, hey Jagannath, see here, we are pulling, so we are now taking you to Vrindavan by pulling a chariot. So teri dori mere haath. So now your rope is in my hand, right? So please make sure that my dory, my thread comes in your hand, and you pull me to back to Godhead, right? So that's again a nice narration of pulling Rath Yatra, that pull Rath Yatra in the way that pray to Krishna, pray to Jagannath, please help me go back to Godhead, take it back us to Godhead, right, to the eternal world, and let not live in this mortal world. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Bhajman.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And I think Bhajan Prabhu is anyway, he's already elevated devotee. He can speak more and more about Lord Jagannath.
Yeah, just quick. I know you really narrated very nicely. You did so nicely. You elaborated it, and in a short time, there is. I mean, to be honest, this is such a vast topic, and you such a nutshell you have told is very nice. I mean, to be honest, I just add to adding one thing is, people understand Jagannath is actually Jagat means Prakriti, which is Ramata Radharani, and Natha means Swami. So that's how is Jagannath. So he's combination of Radharani.
Yeah.
So that's how they some Puranas, Vedas, they define Jagannath as Jagat means Radha, Prakriti, and Natha means Swami. So that's how they divided it. And many people have questioned why actually the Lord looks like this, why he doesn't have hand, why he doesn't have leg. So actually that resembles some big saints have said, sadhus have said, and it is explained in one of the Skanda Purana, is actually, see, if you would have, there is everybody has listened Bhagavad Gita, that chapter 9, universal form. So thousands of hands, thousands of eyes, thousands of So that to resemble that Svalka and universal form in Bhagavad Gita, Jagannath doesn't have anything, because if he had hand, then you would have said, oh, Jagannath has got one hand. If he had got leg, then you would have said Jagannath has one leg. So because it doesn't have hand, doesn't have leg, so that is why that actually resembles the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna showed the universal form. So that is the way actually depicted, and that is. So somebody asked the question actually to Srila Prabhupada, how Jagannath looks, how he looks. But actually, if you see, if I ask you a question, how the sky looks, nobody can describe it. How the sea looks, nobody can describe it. So similarly, Jagannath, you cannot describe. So actually, if you really see the eye, and then you do a circle from the eye, you start from one end of the eye to other end of the eye, then you do a circle, it become Om. So that is a Omkar. So he is the Omkara Brahma. So that is how he is been depicted as Omkara Brahma. And Subhadra, obviously everybody knows Subhadra Mataji is Devi, is not nobody else than Yogamaya. He is the Sakti, Yogamaya. And Balabhadra is obviously Balaram, Lord Balaram, who is the incarnation of Sesnag. So that's just in a nutshell about the Jagannath.
Thank you, Prabhu. So like, as I said, we'll discuss it more again. But why the eyes are round is being described very nicely. That why Jagannath doesn't have eyelids. So we'll discuss it again. And there are three bones being three wishes being asked by Indradana Maharaj to Lord Jagannath, and we'll discuss it tomorrow more. But in a nutshell, it's being said that there are so many devotees, they come and see Lord Jagannath, but if there are eye bleed and Krishna blinks, that devotee might get missed. So Jagannath doesn't want to miss any of these devotees who comes there, right? Even a blind person can come and they're okay. I can't see you, but I know you can see me. So that's the sense. You should see me. Once you see, everything is there, right? By just your mere glance, the people can get liberation, right? Can liberate from this mortal world. Okay. Anyway, we'll discuss more on this again tomorrow. We'll discuss about the three boons, three wishes, what Maharaj asked to Lord Jagannath, and we'll discuss about more the pastimes of Lord Jagannath in Puri as well.
In fact, Prabhu actually in one of the Canto 10 Bhagavad, I think there is a sloka where it says, if man, I mean, the explanation of that actually, if man takes bath in Ganga, he gets mukti. If man lives in Kasi, he gets mukti. But Sri Khetra, which is the Puri, where the demigods, the man, the birds, animals, everybody, even crow also seeing the Nila Chala, like the flag on the top of the temple, he gets the mukti. So everybody gets the mukti there. So if you are actually doing, everybody goes to this Char Dham, all these Tirthastal where they go to the four dhams. So you go everywhere, but the last place everybody comes to Puri, because after visiting all the dham, when it comes to the Sikhetra, which is Puri, you actually get the fruit there. So ultimately fruit you get after visiting three dham and coming to the fourth dham, you get the fruit there. So that is why they say if you go to Dwarika, so if you take a bath in Dwarika, go to Vrindavan, then come to then come to finally to Puri to get the phal. Phal means the fruit. So that's how they say in one of the Bhagavad sloka.
Anyway, we'll discuss it more tomorrow again on this point about the glories of Lord, Purushottam Kshetra and other things, right? So also, thank you. Any other questions or any comments? Anyone?
Just everybody know that this year we are not celebrating Rath Yatra outside in the temple at Edinburgh, but
Yes,
only the prayer is being done inside just to take Jagannath around the temple, then just do as usual bhajan, kirtan, and prayer. That is what they are doing this year. Next Sunday, 18th. So I think there will be a link in the Facebook of Edinburgh Rath Yatra. Direct telecast will be there on the Facebook.
Okay.
So I can share that with you, Prabhu, when it comes,
Yeah, definitely.
and you can share them so that they can see the prayer and Lord coming out from his asana. So you can see that.
Yeah. Let's see when Krishna wants us again to come back and meet and dance on the streets of Edinburgh and Glasgow to on the Rath Yatra. Hopefully very soon. Let's see. Okay. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Jai.
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath. Prabhupada
Jai
ki.
Jai.
Anant Koti
Jai.
Vrinda ki.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhajman. इसको
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. आपको देख के बड़ा खुश हुआ.
आपको मिलेंगे, संडे मिलेंगे आपको.
अच्छा, संडे को आप आ रहे हैं क्या?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, डेफिनेटली.